right, Shalom. This is Jim Louisiana the Saints. Coming at you with a quick lesson, man. All right, as always, we're going to go our praises, glory, and theology.
How by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Rakah,
the honor to the elders, apostle, GMS. Peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. All right, and this is going to be, like I said, a quick video. All the things that's breaking out over there in the Middle East. All right, with Ukraine, Russia. All right. As we keep pressing forward to the end, you see the war drums steady beating, man. All right. And if you've been paying attention or you've really been getting in depth with this whole Ukraine deal, all right, you understand that what Ukraine is actually trying to do within basically joining NATO is basically it's pressing Russia to have to invade them, man, which they don't have to. If they don't, the Russian Federation will be nothing in
they'd
months.
Be compromised
because that means Russia would have to put all their troops over there to the borders constantly every day, each different months, man. Which they'll go broke, man. So they have to go in there to stop that from happening, Also, once again, I want to give all double honor to the elders, apostles, GMS. Peace, best, and salutations to the hopeful elect, man. But what you about to say?
I was gonna say, just to back you up, Ukraine's like on Russia's border. So if the U.S. and NATO were to move in and set like nuclear missiles in there, then that would highly compromise Russia's ability to do a retaliatory strike. And ever since the Soviet Union collapsed in the early '90s, the NATO and the U.S. said they wouldn't encroach on Russia's borders. But what have they done? They moved into Poland, Croatia, a lot of Romania, these other Eastern European countries getting closer and closer to Russia's border. So this is a red line for Russia, Ukraine. It's a no-go. So as Elder Brother was saying, they got their back against the wall. If they let the U.S. and NATO get in, then they're finished.
Right.
And then also, Russia's really getting on that footing as well because they're talking about putting military assets in places like Cuba, Venezuela, a bunch of countries on the U.S.'s hemisphere to show them, hey, look, hey, you want to play ball? Hey, we'll play ball back with you.
Right. And what you're saying, all right, this thing is going to get physical, man, because it's to the point where even Vladimir Putin is calling in, I forgot what it was, the blood infusions, the blood transfusions for the soldiers, in the case of war. That's what you do when war's going to come, man. And he's sending more equipment over there, all right? Give me Joel chapter 2 and get to the point around to tell you about the hinder part.
We're in Joel 2?
Joel 2, and it's about it's round up in there.
How's it go?
The hinder most parts.
The hinder most parts.
It's 20.
You talking about the Northern Army?
Well, no. It should be
20.
That's talking about I will remove far from
you. Yeah, that's one.
This is Joel 2 and 20. But I will remove far off from you the Northern Army and will drive him into a land barren and desolate.
Yeah, that land that's barren and desolate is Saudi Arabia, man. All right. But what you're seeing is another war, another conflict that's brewing, which is going to trickle down to other skirmishes happening too, for the fight of the Middle East, man. Really the fight of world dominance, all right. Which even we're part of that. The world, we're going to get the world dominance, man. All you nations believing that you're going to be the next superpower, the next nation to rule, all right. Now I'm aiming at Russia and China, all right. But you're not. The nation of Israel is going to be the next to rule, man. All right, governed by Yahweh Shem Shai, man. And the Lord is the one who's getting you to get in these conflicts with each other, man. Over different land masses, Because, like I say, these Russians ain't, the Lord has put the spirit on Putin. These Russians, they're not playing, man. And they're already saying that they're going there within a couple of hours, a day or two, and it just be a slaughter, man. All right?
Hey, if I could say, just recently this week, the U.S. announced that they're going to send warships and fighter jets to the United Arab Emirates, which is right on top of Saudi Arabia and close to Iran, because the Iranian-backed Houthis in Yemen have been shooting missiles at them. So, hey, as the brother was saying, you got situations going on in Ukraine, situations going on in the Middle East. You got China and Taiwan. Hey, this whole planet's on a damn powder keg to that third woe. And that match on it, that fuse, is slowly burning until it gets to that barrel and everything just blows up.
Yeah, man, Lord, Mustang the host. Biden just hit the U.S. with that raid in Syria or whatever, and killing that top Islamic.
The ISIS guy?
Yeah, ISIS guy, so-called, or whatever. And then you got to know this political theater too as well, man.
Right.
All right, it's propaganda. Because like you said, when they wanted to invade Pakistan, what they did was they used propaganda, man. And it was the same protocol that they used for the other states, man.
Syria,
Libya, all those different ones, man.
Iraq, Afghanistan.
Yeah, same thing, man.
What you see too, right?
Carbon copy.
Right after killing the ISIS so-called leader, what they did, they came back and said, "Oh, we expecting Russia to do a false flag attack over here in America." So we've been, the prophets and teachers, we've been telling you numbskulls out there that these elites finna make 9/11 look like a goddamn day in the park, man. A day at Chuck E. Cheese, man. All right? What these elites finna do out here in this next false flag, man, is really gonna really turn up the heat to you Americans. All you numbskulls out here in the stupor, you going about your way, you all in this C-19 rat race, all right? It's gonna make you gonna forget about all that shit, man. What they finna do, you know?
Yeah, they get that evil thought and come up to the city with the unwalled villages.
You know,
I got
that's
you.
that. Finish that. You got a little more now.
This is Joel 2:20. But I will remove far off from you the northern army.
Which that northern army represents all branches of the U.S. military, man. All branches, man. Go ahead.
The North American army.
Right.
And will drive him into a land barren and desolate.
Which I told you already, that's Saudi Arabia. That's dealing with Saudi Arabia, okay? That's where the war of all wars, World War III is gonna happen at, man. Go ahead.
Into a land barren and desolate, with his face toward the EC.
The EC is what? The Persian Gulf, man. That's the EC. All right? And go ahead.
And his hinder part toward the utmost sea.
The utmost sea is what? The Red Sea. And it's that between those two seas, that little barren land, that desert land is what? Saudi Arabia. That's where the big skirmish gonna happen at, man. And you got these, like I say, we seeing these prophecies really pulling off the pages, man, and actually being altered into real life, you know, moving parts, man. We seen them hooks in Russia jaws, man. We seen them, the things that the Lord said He was gonna do with those key characters in this movie called Life, man. We seen them being played out, man. All right, go ahead.
And his hinder part toward the utmost sea.
That's right.
And his stink shall come up, and his ill savor shall come up, because he had done great things.
Right. And that is what it is, man. When you different branches of the U.S. military troops, it's prophesied in the Bible, not of our own words, but when you go over there to stage yourself and plant yourself in the Middle East for World War III, you're not coming back, man. All right? This thing is going to get nuclear. All right? That's all you hear in the TV. That's all you hear on the different branches of the different channels. It's all nuclear, man.
That's all you hear, yeah.
It's all you hear. Nuclear, man.
Is there going to be nuclear war? What are the chances of nuclear war? How can we survive a first as the brothers are saying, nothing but talks of nuclear conflict.
Yeah, it's time to, and the big guns will be used, man. This ain't the 50s no more when everybody had a bunker. Remember, everybody had the little bunker that you could go hide at and shit. Now this thing, they gonna really use these things, man. All right, what you had out?
This Matthew 24:6. It says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet."
The end is not yet. All right, but what you best believe, we're bringing out some of the major parts of prophecy, because the end is not yet. Because what? The MOBT has to happen.
Yeah.
All right, race riots, famine.
Yeah,
these things happen, and You're
actually
seeing,
fight.
yeah, and you're seeing all these different prophecies all leading up to one road, man, right now, man.
Yeah.
Food shortages, all right, it's tension out here, it's crime. Everything is going to one, leading to one big thing, man, that day of Jacob's trouble, man. All right, the day of the Lord. And that's what we're here to tell you. You better wake your blockhead ass up, man. You better wake up. All right, you Israelites out there, know the word, you better repent and come and serve the Lord, man. Go ahead.
For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places.
And it has been. There's been so many earthquakes. All right, they already got, I think, two. They think, I forgot what they had. Two of them, they think it's going to finna blow because, because of the earthquake. I mean, the volcanoes and different shit like that, swelling and shit like that, man. These things, it's so many reports of earthquakes and shit, till they don't even report them in the news no more, man. All right?
The crops dwindling, they getting all ate up, right? Which causing the inflation, which causing, like you said, man, which causing famines. Food famine. Farmers are,
they can't get
they
can't get the different
bought out.
Yeah,
got it.
They can't get
the seeds and fertilizers and the different what they call them like when you have they call that shit, man, additives that you put for like the different grains and shit.
Come.
Wheat, barley, oat. You have
nitrogen.
It's like additive.
It's the growth method. Like
you give it to the
feed.
It's called, you turn grass into it though. They get the grass and then they ferment the grass. They wrap the grass up and turn it to sage stuff with S. Silage. Turn it to silage.
That's like fertilizer.
You could do it
In a sense, yeah.
It's like silage and shit. So they don't have all the stuff to do that stuff no more. The different equipment, that equipment gets shipped in from all trucks,
Mm-hmm.
So what you about to say, Dog?
I was gonna say, like, a lot of these farmers can't get stuff. I think liquid nitrogen and other things they need to grow corn, they can't get that. Hence, they can't grow the corn. And it's not just you going to the store and buying a can of corn or a corn cob and eating on that. Like, a lot of these different foods out here use corn-based ingredients in it. So that's going to lead to not just corn shortages, but shortages in other things. And then you got them over in China saying they closing the ports because there's been an uptick in Cragamuffin infections. So that's going to definitely lead to even more shortages. And then the farmers, they can't get pieces to their tractors and stuff.
That's what I'm talking about, yeah.
So they can't, even if they could grow the shit, they can't cultivate it.
I want to say one thing too, going into that. Let's be straight. Let's be real, man. All right, there's already major accounts from top farmers out here that the elite bankers, all right, starting with this government, has gone to the doorsteps of farmers and told them, kill and slaughter your cattle, destroy your crops, man, purposely to bring forward what this famine. That's why you're seeing the storehouses shut. They ain't slaughtering no more. I was in Texas. They do most of the slaughtering in the country up there in Oklahoma, man.
Yeah.
All right. And then they purposely sabotaging the crops, man. Sabotaging the cattle. They got fucking slaughter farms all up there. It's a highway up there in Oklahoma. I'm talking about you can get chickens and all that shit for nothing, man. But they're purposely starving you people out, man. It's really and truly we don't get all mad about it. We know the Most High got them doing it, man.
And them truckers.
That's
all
another
about
thing.
Canada, all by the border, and then they putting pressure on them to make them what? Ultimately, it's slowing the transportation rate down, which is getting sent to the stores. That's why you're seeing the stores empty, right? Because the truckers are not coming because they getting mad. They want to get certain mandates, and then the truckers giving pushback. So it's a lot going on, man. There's a lot of things being combined into one, man. What's causing this big problem, man?
Right.
You got it.
We know the truckers are the lifeline,
the blood,
the bloodline, the veins of this country, man. Most of Jakes don't know, man. Most of your food that come in your different stores, Albertsons, HEB, Winn-Dixie, whoever you shop with in your city, Fiesta, all right, you name it. most of those stores only have 3 days worth of food, man. The truckers make a rotation every 3 days to bring you food. So if they stop, what? Everything else stop. This so-called country will stop like this.
Yeah.
What's they gonna do it?
Yeah, belly up.
Yeah. You Jakes, a lot of you Jakes ain't aware of what the hell going on out here. Go ahead, Doc.
It's 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows.
Right. And we the prophets and teachers, the apostles, different men of the Lord, all right, the sincere men of the Lord have been telling you for years of these the beginning of sorrows is already here. It's no more holding them off, having a good year, bounce back. Nah, it's here. It's here to stay, man. All right? The beginning of sorrows is upon us, man. We're in the midst of it. All right?
No more speculating or spectating. You're in the game now, but this is 2 Ezra 6.
Okay.
But this is a 2 Ezra 16. I'm gonna start at 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear.
Yeah, and you're seeing that now through the skirmish of Ukraine, man. The powers standing in fear. The world, that known world over there, they're in fear because they're knowing that that bear's getting riled up, man. And when that bear gets riled up, things happen in the world, man. All right, that superpower, the rush of the bear, is that bear's awakening, man, to wreak havoc, to do a thrashing in the world, man. And we hope Yahweh Shem Shah allows it to happen. The chess moves have already been played with NATO to where they gotta do something. They got to. They can't let it, there's no such agreement. Then Putin put it out there where don't let Ukraine join NATO. That's been a big conflict right there. You know?
They need Ukraine to occupy that border.
Right.
They need, to set up their missile defense systems. They need Ukraine.
Both sides need it.
Both sides.
Right. Yeah, that's why I said they can't let Ukraine join NATO because they're gonna cause a threat. That means, like I said earlier in the beginning, that means Russia gonna have to put their troops on the border 24/7, 365, which they'll go broke in no time doing that, man. So they'll have to invade to take the whole shit over, man.
And just like the U.S. is going broke now, having all these military bases
spread
around
thin.
the world.
Spread thin. That's right. Can't afford it. You got it. Go ahead.
Yeah, come. I got one for you.
Yeah.
The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come?
What he said?
The beginning of evils.
Beginning of evils. And Ezra was prophesying of these times, man. And Ezra is back. That's why he's saying what he's saying. He's like, what should I do when these evils come, man? And he understood reincarnation and everything, man. So he was getting a vision of the times when he's going to be placed back in these times, seeing the dreadful day, man. A war breaking out. The dreadful day of the day of the Lord, man. All right, go ahead.
Verse 19. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment.
That's right, man. And we're seeing those times now, man. Famine and plague, all right? It's all set. The Most High done put these chess moves, all right, as a scourge for the wicked. It said something about that later on, right?
Kind of have to go back.
Yeah, it was in 20. Read 20.
But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges.
Yeah, these are scourges, man, that the Lord has set for the wicked to get punished. But go back to where you want to read at.
Oh,
You know?
Hey, it said they are sent as scourges for amendment. In verse 20, it says they're not going to be mindful of them. Hey, look, people aren't mindful of the prophecies. They got an idea that something's going on, and you got more and more people starting to realize that we are the prophets of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. But for the majority of these people out here, they still turn to Esau for questions and
Right.
Esau for answers. But hey, it's about to become even worse and evident at this
You
point.
go to Esau, you go to these popes, these so-called pastors, these goddamn motivational speakers.
Preppers on YouTube.
Yeah, you even go to athletes and rappers for a lot of you niggas go to rappers for some type of guidance on the end times and shit, man. Them niggas don't know nothing, man. Them ball playing niggas don't know nothing. A lot of them just druggies, crackheads, sodomites. You know, you go to Joe Austin. What that blanking ass motherfucker can do for you, man? Now other big sea lion looking nigga, TD Jakes. What can he do? Nothing.
Steal your money.
Yeah, but steal your money, like the brother said, man. They don't know about the end time. They don't know. You ask any one of them, man, about what's going on in Ukraine and Russia, they can't tell you a goddamn thing, man.
Is that a sauce for some chicken wings? That's the most you hear from TDJs.
Yeah, Creflo Dollar and shit, man. Go ahead,
Verse 20, verse 21. Behold, and this is coming to an end with inflation and then hyperinflation. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion.
And we already in there, all right? Especially down here where we at. It's up there. When we say it's up there, I mean it's the green light for everything. Robbery, rape, murder, all right, theft, you name it. It's going on, man. It's so going on to where they got the mayor, the chief of police, and the DA. They all against each other because they don't know how to control it, man. All right, we just had a goddamn woman get carjacked and get ran over by her own goddamn car. Man.
2 of them.
Yeah, that's how it's carjackings and all type of shit going on, man.
Hey, you women are especially getting handled out here. The year 2022 being the year Yahweh Hashem Yahushai turning up has especially been on your ass because just about every damn day in the news and especially on the Newsbreak app we have, woman gets killed, dead woman's body found in Tupperware container somewhere, chick chopped to pieces, woman commits suicide, boyfriend blows her face off with a damn shotgun.
Yeah. On and on, man. Go ahead.
Verse 22. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy.
And most of that, that's gonna be you Jakes too, man. Cause you Jakes can't afford a goddamn thing. So a lot of you gonna die of famine, man. Famine gonna take you out. A lot of the older Jakes, you so-called Latino Native Americans, so-called Negroes, a lot of the older, ancient of our people, you gonna die of hunger, man. A lot of you young niggas gonna die, man. All right, you ain't gonna better get the 9-leggers no more, man. There's Capri Suns you niggas like to suck on all goddamn day, man.
Jay don't fast
Right.
anyway.
And that guy, I can't stand to see you niggas walk down the damn road on the sidewalk with them damn strawberry waters, man. You know what I'm talking about? Them niggas sucking on strawberry waters. What they call that shit? Sprinkle water or something?
Oh, yeah, sprinkle water.
Yeah, some shit like that, man. I can't stand you. You ain't gonna better get them no more, man. The Chewies, cheese puffs and shit.
Takis.
It's all gonna be ran out. You niggas gonna die, man. Go ahead,
I got one more verse. Verse 23. And the dead shall be cast out as dung.
You hear that? The dead, man. So when people die in the coming days, man, you're gonna be like dung. When you go out there to the lawn, you see the dog that took a number 2 on the lawn. That's how the dead gonna be left out. It's dung, because dung is another word for what? Shit, man. Just we can't sit up here and play the mental gymnastics. Sometimes not so-called cussing and telling we gotta tell it like it is, man. We too late in the game to not tell it how it is and what's gonna happen out here. All right.
Dead body's gonna be lying on the ground with your eyes as wide as a frying pan.
Yeah, man. Cold on the like your boy Rick Ross said, you're gonna be cold on the floor like you posed for a hoe, man. Go ahead,
And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down.
Cast down these cities, man. Whatever major city, whatever little city you gonna turn into a war zone. Jake on Jake, Jake on Edomites, Edomites on Jake. All right, Moabites,
Edomites,
huh?
Edomites on everybody's
Edomites.
free for all.
It's gonna turn into a straight up war zone. Like you, Jake, like to play that game Warzone and shit. It's gonna turn into a war zone, man. Dog eat dog. Every man for himself. All right. And this is gonna get nasty. You got one to end us off with?
Come. Yeah, because I tell you in Isaiah 23, is this your joy city? All right. Is this the place?
Right.
All right. It says Isaiah 23 and 9. The one that I want is in Jeremiah 51. This is what actually you said. It says Yahweh of hosts had purposed it to stain the pride of all glory and to bring into contempt all the honorable of the earth.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Well, you got it.
Right. So it says he about to stain the pride of all glory, man. All right. And this pride need to be overthrown, man, taken away. That's why the Lord has prepared this Jeremiah 51:12. Set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon. Make the watch strong, set up the watchmen, and prepare the ambushes. For the Lord had both devised and done that which he spake against the inhabitants of Babylon. O that dwellest, O thou that dwellest upon many waters, abundant in treasures, thine end is come, and the measure of thy covetous.
Who that place that? What that place that? What it says?
That dwellest upon many waters.
Does not America dwell upon many people?
Yep.
And many waters. You got the Gulf. You got the
On all sides.
all sides of water, man.
Yeah.
The
Arctic
Atlantic
Ocean, Gulf,
and the Pacific, man.
Pacific, Atlantic. Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got the seven up there in the middle. You got the seven rivers and shit. This is that place, man. That dwell upon many waters. What else?
Yeah, they dwell upon many waters. If I can add, when you control the waterways, you control the traffic that goes through,
And trade,
which is the merch, Yeah, the trade. That's why they can stock up the ports and bag shit up, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause they declare what comes in.
Yeah.
Or don't. Or stay there. You got it.
And the Moabites said it, not the Moabites, my bad. But them gutter rats, man, them Amalekites said it best. We the wholesalers of everything. They control what goes where, who gets it, man.
Yep.
And in the time and fashion that it gets it, man. All right. But ultimately, right now, America is that golden city, man.
Yeah.
It's finna get taken down, get blotted out the earth, man. The Most High is finna erase this bitch, man.
That Crown City.
Yeah. And whoever wicked in it gonna get erased too.
God.
Go ahead.
You saw that movie Erased? When they
Arnold
erase your,
Schwarzenegger.
when they erase your, all y'all did, you said you were Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I haven't seen it all the way.
Oh, you haven't seen it all the way? I saw they totally erase them. And that's what's gonna happen to E. At the end, they're gonna be totally erased. It says, O thou that dwellest upon many waters, abundant in treasures.
Yeah, abundant in treasure.
Yep.
You call it the land of milk and honey,
Yep.
where the dreams
The
are made.
streets paid the gold.
Yeah,
That she that dwelleth in pleasures is dead
Yeah,
while
while
she
she
living.
right.
So she dead, she just gotta come to
I
her
shall
death.
say the queen and never see
Yeah.
she lost the children.
Yeah.
Come. She should not know widowhood. Well, we gonna see, because the Lord say he purposed it and performed what he purposed. He gonna stain the pride of all the glory of the earth. This crowning city. It says, thine end is come, and the measure of thy covetousness.
Right. So it's gonna be a culmination of ultimately, man, you getting written out of the earth, man. Your destruction is coming. All right, you rulers and kings of the earth, you're gonna get taken out of the place too, man, and uprooted from on high, man. Yahweh Shai is gonna totally bring forth a changing of the guard of the earth, man. It's gonna be put into the hands of the elect and his son and his people, man. We're gonna rule in righteousness, man. That's why we don't care that you nations is finna go and get it on, man. We know that's going to ultimately bring forth the kingdom of heaven, man.
It's prophecy too.
That's right.
And the scriptures is not broken. So the law got it in there. It got to happen. The
Right.
scriptures are not broken. It says the Lord of hosts had sworn by himself, saying, surely I will fill thee with men as with caterpillars,
Right.
and they shall lift up a shout against thee. That's it.
That's right, man. You're in, man.
Yeah.
So with that, man, we're gonna get out of here. You know, we're gonna give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh. Come on to once again to the elders and apostles of GMS, the true men of the Lord. All right, you want to say salutations to the hopeful elect and to the sincere that keep on pushing, man. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.